down. It's the DJ Cal, the Dawn Dada. You know what it is with that coast to coast mixtapedjs.com. Check them out right now, immediately.
What's up? This is DJ B Casanova of We Keep It Lit Radio. Right now I'm sitting here with Kevin, who's the lead singer of Renton Tiger. How you doing?
Pretty good.
That's what's up. Okay, so are you guys signed with a label?
No, we're all independent still. We've been a band for about 3 years, put out 3 records all independently.
That's dope. Any potential ones?
There's some labels we wouldn't mind being signed to, but so far they haven't ever hit us back. So
can you name a few?
There's a label called Dead Oceans. There's a label called Secretly Canadian. A label called Mercury.
So you guys have Splinter Remedies that just came out, right? How do you guys come up with that name?
It's a lyric in a song. I don't have any splinters. I don't need your splinter remedies. It's kind of about like somebody trying to like tell you something you already know. Like being patronized by people that think that, you know, because you do a certain thing, you don't know as much as they do.
Regardless if they're older or more wiser.
Exactly, yeah.
That's dope. So I see on your website that you guys are shooting a new video at the Haunted Hoedown 4. What city is that going to be in?
That's going to be in San Francisco this Saturday, October 26th at Bottom of the Hill.
What's Bottom of the Hill? I've seen that venue name.
It's in Potrero Hill off Missouri and 17th. It's like a pretty legendary. Green Day play there, and it's like, you know, bands that are like, that have a decent following but aren't necessarily playing like bigger venues all kind of like started playing there. So it's a tight place.
So Metallica and Green Bay are from the Bay Area, right? Do they inspire you to move forward with music, you know, to take it as a career, even though you're not located in LA or New York? Are those like some inspirations?
I mean, I wouldn't say those bands specifically, not that I don't think they're good. It is inspiring to know that there's bands that are from our own backyard, per se, that have made it and that are on national level now. But mostly it's just wanting to play music and having fun and trying to make money doing something that I think is actually worthwhile, regardless, or instead of working a day job that isn't really helping anybody out, is what really inspires me.
What type of artists do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of folk artists. Bob Dylan's a big inspiration, Nick Drake, Fionn Reagan, Tallest Man on Earth. I like Tupac a lot. I listen to a little bit of D-Lo here and there. I've been into this guy Young Gully from the Bay as well. I like hip-hop a lot because it's more focused on lyrics. A lot of folk music these days, now with the new folk revival, is kind of cheesy. Like folk is kind of becoming mainstream, just like when like punk went mainstream in the 80s, and it's just kind of lame. So I kind of look to older folk music and also like hip hop, and but that's not, you know, it's not polarizing. There's definitely still folk bands that have good lyrics, but anything that has good lyrics, I'll listen to.
That's dope. What type of rap artists out here would you like not mind collabing with?
Basically any of them. I think I've like thought about. I mean, our band is serious, but we don't take ourselves like too seriously. So I mean, if D-Lo or DB the General wanted to do a collab, I mean, we would definitely do it just because it'd be funny. But like on a serious level, I'd probably want to collab with Young Gully. He seems like the most accessible. He's the closest to our stature as a band. So, and I also think he's a really great lyricist.
So let's say that you got signed and you had to move to New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you had to write songs for 3 years for other people. Would you do that?
Yeah, totally.
And why would you do that?
If I could still be getting paid writing songs. Songwriting is what I love to do. I wouldn't say most. I mean, I do like to perform a lot as well. But I mean, if I can write a song for somebody else who already has a name for themselves, who can bring it to a wider audience than me, but then of course I'm going to have the credit and people are going to know that I wrote that, that's fine with me. And then I'll be getting, you know, a certain amount of money, and then eventually people will realize that all these songs by other artists were written by me, and then people will be interested in me as an artist and a songwriter, and then I can kind of like take that from there. What
do you think is lacking in the Bay industry wise, you know, with your like genre?
Balls.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? Like
a lot of folk bands around, and like even rock and roll bands are just kind of soft. It's like they think they're doing rock and roll, but they're like really pretty and wearing vests and bow ties and stuff.
Like emo a little bit?
Not even that they're emo, it's just that they're like, I think that they're following a formula too much. They don't think for themselves enough. And they don't write, you know, they don't write songs that I think tell the truth. I think they write songs that they think make them appear a certain way. So I think I think more than balls, it's just I think people just need to be honest and write music that's true, and that's what's lacking in any genre all over the place. I mean, that's why a lot of music isn't good, is when you can't feel it, you know. You can tell the difference between a song that was written from the heart and a song that was written from the head, I guess, you know.
Definitely. What do you want to tell promoters right now in the Bay Area?
If you don't book Renton Tiger now, you're betraying yourself. Betray us, you betray your own future. This is Kevin from Renton Tiger, and you're listening to We Keep It Lit Radio.
Don't forget to upload your music for free or apply to be interviewed by one of the hosts on WKILradio.com.